Welcome back. And I honestly think I feel like at this very moment, maybe I made a big mistake of jumping into cyber recruiting. Actually, no, I'm going to take that back. I'm just kidding, guys. But we do have really bad news in the situation where Amazon has overshadowed everyone else that's letting go at the same time. And it really sucks because we're heading into the holiday season, especially now where Halloween is coming up, and then we have Thanksgiving, and of course, the end of the year with Christmas. And unfortunately, for 14,000 people, a lot of it in the corporate side, of course, these are individuals that were making pretty generous salaries. We're not talking about warehouse workers here. We're not talking about Amazon delivery drivers here. So, and I'm pretty confident a good portion of these individuals were probably making between 150 to 250, if not more than that, for a lot of these positions. Of course, we don't know yet. No one has actually announced that they were part of the layoffs, and I'm pretty sure that's because of NDA and Amazon and their severance package being held if anything negative was to be said about Amazon. So don't be surprised there. So let's go over some of the numbers here. Just basics number 2025 in the full year, which we're coming towards the end of it. We're already heading into November in the next couple of days. Friday is Halloween. If you guys are not familiar with the United States holidays, actually, Halloween is not even a holiday, but it's celebrated. Okay, everyone's dressed up in different costumes. So 112,000 plus tech employees laid off. 218 of them are tech companies with the layoffs. Government individuals also being laid off in the year 2025. 182,000 plus total federal departures. That is insane, guys. So let's go over some of the numbers here. We're not going to go over all of them, but I do want to focus on the top, at least the top three that I was looking at. Chegg is one of them. If you don't know what Chegg is, I have no idea what Chegg was. I didn't realize that there was a homework kind of a program that a website that actually helps you with homework and studying and all this great stuff for educators. I'm not sure how they make their money specifically, but they are on the market, meaning they're actually like not doing too well, but they're in the New York Stock Exchange, which was pretty surprising. Revenue of $767 million USD back in 2022, founded in 2006. So I don't know where their revenue is now, and it's probably not doing too well considering the fact that they had to let go a good portion, almost half of their staff. So 380, almost half, 45% of it. It's in the education industry, which is fine. But is it because people are just not caring, or there's a lot more free resources? I'm not sure. Maybe it's lost its edge, lost its grounds. Maybe there's a lot of competitors. But in any case, a company that's already IPO losing that many talent all at one time, 45%, is very significant. And of course, that was just the other day, October 27, 2025. And then second runner up we have is Amazon in their Seattle office, 14,000, ladies and gentlemen. And that's still only 1% of their staff, which is insane, very insane. I got this article from GeekWire, not too lengthy. I'll just go over really briefly. Amazon will lay off 2,303 corporate employees in Washington state, primarily in the Seattle and I think that's how you say Bellevue offices, according to filing with the state employment security department that provides the first geographic breakdown of the company's 14,000 global job cuts. The detail list includes the state filing shows a wide array of impacted roles, including software engineers, program managers, product managers, and designers, as well as significant numbers of recruiters and human resource staff. Now we know on the human resource staff and the recruiters, that's all being generated, or at least taken over by AI and automated to some extent, which I'm pretty familiar with because I personally have sat through an interview with an agent or an AI agent, a chatbot. It was just the most weird experience for myself, but I just had to put that out there. Senior and principal level roles are among those being cut. So obviously, senior and principal levels, those salaries I probably would imagine can easily triple my current salary. Double would be modest, and triple would be like, pretty not shocking, to be honest. And the last paragraph is the most shocking. In a memo from HR Chief Beth Galidi, that sounds like anyway. The company signaled that further cutbacks will continue into 2026. Reuters reported Monday that the numbers of layoffs could ultimately total as many as 30,000, which is still possible as the layoff continue into next year. So the possibility of hitting up to 30,000 employees, and we thought 14,000 was a lot. I don't know. I'm speechless at this time. I mean, Amazon. I've been noticing a lot of kickback because of Amazon doing this, even though it has been, generating revenue year after year, quarter after quarter, not even losing money. But the fact that they're still cutting jobs is just pretty shocking. So I'm not sure how this is going to affect the job market again because, as previously, IBM, Intel, a lot of companies, Microsoft even was laying off a lot throughout the course of 2025. The individuals there, the federal government, people were being let go and looking for jobs. Meta was letting go people. Meta is still letting go people. I mean, it's being overshadowed by Amazon, but as of October 2022 of 2025, Meta let go 600 people and no one even blinked an eye. So, and what else do we have? There's a good amount of people still being let go, and it's just not on the market. Is it because we're just getting so used to all this? And what happens to all these individuals? I could assure you, out of the 14,000 employees or the total of 30,000, they're not on the verge of retiring. I'm pretty sure a good amount of those people or individuals are young professionals, meaning there probably may even be their first experience as working for a corporation, whether it's with Amazon or any one of these on this list, Meta, Bill, OfferUp, Handshake, and all the other ones. So, with that being said, where do we stand, and how do we combat this? We have to constantly, I don't think it even matters the fact that whether you know your things or not, meaning, obtaining your certifications, obtaining more experience. I don't think that was even a factor for these layoffs. I mean, when you're at this volume of letting go people, I'm pretty sure they're not going over 14,000 people's or individuals' performance review and say, yeah, you didn't do too good, so we have 14,000 people that we have to let go all at one time. It was just a numbers game, unfortunately, right? So one of the things that I would say that you can only do at this point, if one, you were personally affected by all this, you have to keep your head up, right? And you have to be persistent. You can reach out to me if you like. If you come across my video and you're seeing this for the first time, I will do my best to see where I can help you with all this, right? Whether it's a resume, you know, look over, fixing up, guiding you to some extent to see where you may want to steer to a new direction. Or if you're not affected directly by this, but you're seeing it as a potential downfall because now you're competing with all these individuals who are on the market, yes, it is challenging and it's really difficult to see or figure out where we stand, especially with the year coming to an end. Most organizations are not continuing to hire. If anything, they're probably going to lay off more people. So that way they don't have to justify giving out bonuses and then firing them, if that makes sense. It's a very unfortunate time. I'm trying to put one and one together because economically, I feel like it's still stable and the companies that are letting go, especially Amazon in this case, their revenue, their, position in the market is still very strong, but there seem to just be restructuring, and there's no remorse on their end of why they're letting go so many people, and no one's even questioning it, which is insane. No one's even combating or coming back and saying that I was, let go unfairly or anything else, because again, I feel like there's definitely legal stipulations in between that, in order for them to get their severance or any other kind of payments regarding that. So I know there's not going to be a lot of, things that I can say that would make anything better at this point, but I just wanted to share this with you guys because it's going to affect a lot of people, a lot of industries, and there are just going to be more individuals looking for jobs throughout the course of this, the remaining of this year and into the next year. Companies may not even hire at this point because they still feel like it's unstable. They don't know what directions they're going to take into. But I do want to put out there that there are still companies that are still hiring. I've seen it for myself. I still see individuals getting interviews for positions. I am still seeing people being hired for positions. It may not be in the volume of people being let go, but there's definitely jobs still available. All right. I just want to end it here. Hopefully, you know, I don't love or like to share bad news, but sometimes you just have to understand what's going on in the world to make sure that what you're going against. All right. So thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you guys again really soon. Take care.